Let's now learn about typecasting. Typecasting is a process of converting one data type into another. We have implicit typecasting or explicit typecasting. So let me give you an example. In here, so let's just start with implicit. Let's say that we have an integer variable, and I'm going to call this balance equals to, and then 100 pounds in here, or $100, depending on your currency. So you can see that this is an integer, but in reality, if you want to deal with balance or money, you most likely will be using either a double or a big decimal, which we're going to cover later. But for now, let's say that we want to convert this integer into a double. So how do we do it? Well, we can do it as follows. We can say double, and then I'm going to say balance, and then in double equals to, and then at this point, I can just pass balance in here. Now, what is happening is, so if I just shout both balance as well as balance in double, what I want you to see is, so run this, have a look. We have 100 and 100.0. So this is how we convert a smaller data type into a bigger data type. So from integers to doubles. So this is widening. So this is implicit typecasting, because with 100, we're not losing any value. So in fact, if I run this again, have a look at the result. So we have 100 and 100.0. So we went from an integer to a double without losing any value. So this is implicit typecasting. Now let's go the other way around. So let's say that we have, so here I'm going to create a double, and then I'm going to say remaining balance equals to, and then 100 dot, let's say 55, for example. So now from a double, let's try and go back to an integer. So here I'm going to say int, and then remaining balance, and then int, for example. And if I try to do the same as I did before, so here, let's just say remaining balance, have a look. This does not work. Why? So we are going from a larger data type to a smaller data type. So here, this is not possible. And to achieve this, what we have to do is to basically add parentheses. And then here, we're going to say int. So this is explicit typecasting, i.e. narrowing down. So from double, we go to an integer, which is a smaller data type. So let me just add some south in here, and basically I just want you to see exactly what is happening. So same here, south, and then just print this so you have it for reference, just like that. And now let's print, I'm going to say south remaining balance, and let's also print remaining balance in int. And what I want you to see is the following. So let's just run this, have a look, explicit type. Now have a look, 100.55. Now we went from a double to an integer, but have a look, we've lost 55 cents. 55 cents. So this is really, really dangerous, right? So you can imagine if your application really cares about, the decimal numbers here, then you have to be really careful when performing typecasting to your primitives. So there we go. This is the concept of implicit and explicit typecasting with primitives. Obviously, you can do the same for objects, and also later I'm going to show you how to convert strings into integers, doubles, so on and so forth. If you have any questions, drop me a message. Otherwise, let's move on.